Hi, my name is Ella Fox-Widdows. I'm a PhD student at the University of Liverpool studying plasma physics for fusion energy. Today is Friday the 22nd of January and this is your Fusion News Update. The stories today include 1. General Fusion now has backing from founders of Shopify and Amazon. 2. DOE Fusion Panel approves long-range plan. 3. Final major contract signed for Iter Tokamak Complex assembly. 4. China's artificial sun may make fusion a reality. And 5. Japanese fusion reactor equipment startup bags $1 million from Coral Capital. And stick around to the end of the video where I have a few bonuses too. 1. General Fusion now has backing from founders of Shopify and Amazon. General Fusion, a private company based in British Columbia, Canada, that focuses on magnetised target fusion, has announced new investments by Shopify's venture capital, Thistledown Capital Incorporated, founded in 2019 by Shopify founder Tobias Lutke and Fiona McKean. The amount is undisclosed. This investment from Thistledown Inc. will be used in the development of General Fusion's demonstration power plant. This plant is currently at the end of the conceptual design phase and will soon move towards detailed design. General Fusion is in the process of selecting the location for the site of the plant. With this investment, General Fusion now has funding from two of the largest e-commerce companies, Shopify and Amazon. The CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, previously invested in General Fusion nearly a decade ago through his venture capital fund, Bezos Expeditions. In a statement, General Fusion CFO Greg Twinney commented, "General Fusion has a strong record of attracting funding support from some of the world's most influential technology leaders. Fusion is planet-saving technology and we are proud to support the mission of Thistledown Capital in its pursuit for a greener tomorrow." 2. DOE Fusion Panel approves long-range plan. The US Fusion Energy Sciences Advisory Committee recently approved a strategic plan which will guide the Department of Energy's fusion and plasma science research programs over the next decade. Sid Cowley talked about this plan in Fusion News on the 18th of December 2020 when it was first submitted for approval. This plan summarises the investment priorities and facilities needed to move towards building a US-based pilot power plant in the next 20 years and was put together by the fusion and plasma physics community. One of the key elements of the plan is to pivot towards an energy mission rather than a science mission, with the aim of building a US-based pilot power plant to begin operating in the 2040s. To meet this goal, this plan outlines a recommendation for the DOE to focus on fusion materials and technology R&D, including by building several new research facilities. Among the facilities planned are a fusion prototypic neutron source that will provide irradiation capabilities to test candidate fusion machine materials, and a new domestic tokamak called Excite, to study the handling of extreme heat fluxes expected in compact fusion power plants. The plan features ITER as the central means by which the US expects to study burning plasma, but at the same time it notes that collaborations with emerging private sector fusion research potentially offer pathways to accelerate access to burning plasma conditions. DOE Office of Science Director Chris Fall congratulated the committee on the comprehensive strategy, but said, "There are quite a lot of ideas in the plan and let's be honest, almost surely more than we can pay for under any reasonable budget scenario." 3. Final major contract signed for Iter Tokamak Complex assembly. The Iter organisation has selected the contractors to carry out assembly and installation activities inside the Tokamak Complex in Cadarache, France. These contracts are the last major assembly and installation contracts planned for the first phase of the Iter assembly. Following the competitive campaigns by Iter's Procurement and Contracts Division, two international groups have been awarded contracts for installation activities inside the Tokamak complex. These phased, long-term contracts will cover the pre-assembly and installation of the millions of components that make up the plant system supporting the Iter machine. This includes fueling, vacuum, diagnostics, cooling, power and heating. The two assembly contractors for the Tokamak complex will carry out similar installation tasks, notably mechanical and piping works and electrical and instrumentation and control related works. 4. Artificial sun may make fusion a reality. An article from China Daily says that nuclear power is going to play a key role in China's clean energy plans. China's artificial sun is a fusion machine and it could help the country reach its target of producing fusion energy for commercial use by 2050. The new generation HL2M tokamak began operating in December in Chengdu, Sichuan province, and since then has achieved its first plasma discharge. China National Nuclear Corp plans to build an experimental fusion machine as early as this year, and then an industrial prototype by 2035, with the plan to then allow it to enter large-scale commercial use by 2050. 5. Japanese fusion reactor equipment startup bags $1 million from Coral Capital and others. Kyoto Fusioneering, a Japanese startup developing equipment for the fusion reactor industry, has said it's received 116 million yen, around $1.1 million in funding from Koro Capital, individual investors and founding members in a third-party allotment. This brings the company's total funding raised so far to 344 million yen, around $3.3 million. The startup was founded in 2019 by Kyoto University professor Satoshi Konishi, one of the world's leading experts on fusion engineering according to Koro Capital. The startup said it has plans to use the new funds to bolster the research and development efforts and recruit additional overseas sales and engineering talent. I have a few bonuses for you too. The director of the Fusion Industry Association, Andrew Holland, was recently interviewed by Asia Times about private fusion startups, the commercial fusion power industry, and the work that the Fusion Industry Association does to promote fusion and public-private partnerships. This is a 3-part series. You can also find interviews with FIA members LLP Fusion and Commonwealth Fusion Systems, linked in the interview. The print has published an article summarising the benefits of fusion and the various fusion research experiments happening around the world. Power magazine recently published an interview with TAE Technologies CEO Michael Binderbauer about the goals of TAE Technologies and the challenges that come with developing a power management strategy to push fusion into commercial viability. Please like and subscribe for more fusion news and check out the links in the description for more information on today's stories. You can also now find fusion news in podcast form on Apple Podcasts and Amazon. Thank you for tuning in for this fusion news update. I hope you have a good weekend and I'll see you next time.